Good morning, everybody. Let's start with our toe lifts. So it is Tabatas today, so 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 2 exercises. We're going to alternate between the two for 8 total rounds. Heels up, right, and left. So we're going to end up doing 4 rounds of everything. Good. 4, 3, 2, standing nice and tall. We're going to march. So start to brace your core. Think about pushing the floor away as you start to lift your opposite knee up towards the ceiling. Good. 4, 3, hamstring curls, tricep, press it back. Reach the hands back towards your heels. Your goal is, can you actually get your hands to touch your foot? 4, 3, bring the knees back up. We're going to add an opposite arm lift. So palms facing in, thumbs towards the ceiling. Start to wake up the shoulders a little bit more. 4, 3, back to our curls, straight arm. We're going to press it back. So I like to think pinkies reaching back to the wall behind me. 4, 3, 2, good. Slow, hold it here. Slow deadlifts. Lift it back up in the center. So hinge, 2, up, 2. So push the hips back and start to bow. So I want you to think you're trying to stretch the back side of your body. So stretch your glutes, stretch your hamstrings. The core stays nice and tight. Good. 2 more. Good. Take it all the way down. We're going to hold it in place. Open and close your book. Open and close. Open and close. You can do big arms. You can put your hands lightly behind your ears, or you can cross your arms across your chest. We're going to stay here, go a little bit longer today. 8. Good. Reach it up. 1 arm up, 1 arm down. 2 more. Good. All the way up. Slow squat. Take it down. Stand up nice and tall. So hips towards the floor, and then we're going to stand. How deep you go is up to you. We want to try to keep that chest lifted. So even if your squat is shallow, chest is up, hips are down. Good. Down, 2, lift, 2. 1 more. Hold it in the center, arm circle, right arm up and back. Bring around to the front. Now it's okay if your arm circle is a little out to the side. We just want to go for what our shoulder is okay with doing. If your shoulders just really are not feeling big circles, you can do big rolls and come back. Big roll. So it's up to you. Listen to your body. 1 more. Let's reach the arms up and pull, reach and pull. Ribs are tucked under. Drive the elbows down and back into your back pocket. So imagine your hand is on the wall behind you. You're trying to keep it close in contact. Forward step and reach right here. Forward step, pull it back. So it can just be a step forwards, or it can be a lunge. 3, 2, side lunge, step it out, hold it in place today. Out and out. Good. 4, 3, 2, hold it in the center, cat-cow. Inhale, exhale, in and out. Just the way with my body, the way my body is feeling today, I have a love-hate relationship with this exercise. Good. Couple more. In and out. In. 1 more. In. Out. Hold the tuck. We're going to roll it all the way up. Stay wide. Now we're going to go into our plank walk out. So you can keep the legs wide. We're going to hinge it forwards. Walk it all the way out. Nice, good plank. Walk it all the way back up. And remember, you can step back. You can use a chair. So you've got that incline position. I am going to keep my legs straight. You are welcome to do a little bit of a knee bend, little mini squat if you need to. I'm going to do one more. So nice, good walkout. Hold my plank for just a moment. It's kind of a pause. Bring it back up into the center, heel stomps. So this is your impact for today. Good, 8. Here's 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Grab a quick drink of water. So today we've got some combination exercises. The first exercise is going to be a little more movement. The second exercise, we're going to have a little bit of isometrics, which means we're going to do a hold, so like a squat hold. If you don't want to do the isometric portion, you don't have to. It's perfectly okay. But we're going to do a squat and an overhead press. You are welcome to do a squat side raise instead. And then we're going to go down into a squat hold, kind of a sumo squat hold, and we're going to do a front raise. Or you can just do the front raise. It's fine to do it either way. So I'm going to grab a couple of dumbbells. And remember, it's only 20 seconds today, so it's not a super long time. But we're going to do squat to press in 3, 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall, squat press, or again, squat side raise. So take it down, brace the core. Sometimes we do this and we start to arch our low back. We want to keep it a little bit tucked under. Legs do the work. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to take it to a squat hold with a front raise. So you can take it to a sumo squat, chest is up, little squat hold, front raise and down, front raise and down. Now check your body position. Again, if we're here, that's not going to work well for us. Or if we're here, you know, doing a big arch and a lift. It doesn't have to be super deep, just nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Good job. Bring it in, going back, squat to press. Those are our 2 exercises for today. This is what we're going to do for this round. I shouldn't say for today, for this circuit. Now remember, you can do a squat and a side raise. So nice good squat, nice good press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we've got squat front raise. So you can go into a little bit more of a sumo squat position. Tuck your ribs, hold it, and we're just going to lift up and take it down. It's the hold that I want you to kind of think about. This is core work as well as shoulders. Now, if you need to be a little higher, you can still do an itty bitty mini squat, or if you're feeling it a little bit more today, you can go deeper. 2 and 1. Going back, squat to press. I'm glad I went lighter on my weights, but I'm still not sure it's enough. 2 and 1. Good. Squat. And if you need to, squat one arm, squat, do the other arm. I'm going to be feeling my shoulders by the end of today. So down and then press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, squat hold with a front raise. Squat hold with a front raise. So I'm going into more of a sumo position. Good. Take it down. Press up and down. So our squat hold, you can see I'm not pushing my knees forwards and I'm not sticking my buns out. It's just a little tuck. Let the knees track over your toes. We're kind of opening up our hips here. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in. Got one more set, just like that. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So take it down, press it to the ceiling, or lift it up and out to the side. How deep you go on your squat is up to you. We want to try to get as full of a range of motion as our joints will let us do. Good. Rest. One more set. Squat hold with a front raise. So wider stance, tuck your tail. Here we go. Lift and down. So I'm about halfway Again, you can be a little more up, but I'm still squeezing my glutes. I'm still opening my hips, and I'm still bracing my core. But if I want to go a little deeper, I'm here. 2 and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink. We're going to move on. Circuit number 2. This one's not so bad. We're going to do deadlift with row. So we're going to hinge, row, and then stand tall. Second exercise is going to be a deadlift hold and a rear fly. If you want to do a band pull apart instead, please do. I actually really like band pull aparts, but going from dumbbell to band in 20 seconds is kind of not fun. Deadlift a row, 3, 2, and 1. So we start tall, hinge it forward, row, and then stand. Hinge, drive the elbows back, run the hands right up the side of your pants. So your nails, your knuckles, actually run up the side of your pants here. 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna hold. We're gonna hold that deadlift. Hinge it forward, core brace right here. Lift, up and out, up and out. So we're keeping that core nice and tight, pushing the hips back. So this is our isometric. We're used to doing this though, right? We do this one quite a bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Dumbbells down. Going back for our deadlift with our row. We're getting a lot of back and back of the body here. Here we go. So hinge it forward, drive it back, stand tall. Hinge, drive, and lift. So a little bit of an upper body focus today. We do have legs later, like more intensive legs, I should say. Good, last one, and up. So like for this one, I have to go lighter because my arms can't do the same weight that my legs can. Here's 2 and 1. Now if you need to, you are welcome to alternate right, left. So if you're feeling a little tired today or a little sore, I know that's me, you can alternate. It's fine. So, or if you're going a little heavier, you can try alternating. 2 and 1. We're halfway through. We're gonna move on. Set number 3. Here's 2 and 1. Core braced. Hinge it forward, drive it back, and stand nice and tall. Hinge, drive, and lift. And when we squeeze those shoulder blades together, we're also tightening our tummy. So our shoulder blades squeeze, but our low back doesn't arch. 2 and 1. Good. Going back for isometric hold, rear flies. 2 and 1. So hinge it forward. We're gonna lift, lower, lift, and lower. So nice deep breaths. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We have one more set. One more set. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So hinge it forward, squeeze the shoulders, run the hands from your knees to your hips, a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Take it down, drive it back, lift it up. When we come to standing, we just want to come until we're standing tall. We don't have to push the hips forwards. Good, rest. So we don't have to push the hips forwards or do a low back arch. We just want to stand nice and tall. Here's 2 and 1. Shoulders down, hinge it forward, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink of water. Gonna move on, circuit number 3. We have lunges with hammer curls. And then we're actually gonna do a single leg stand with alternating curls. So we're gonna do palms up for the alternating lunges with hammer curls. If you wanna do 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left, you can, or you can alternate. It kind of depends on how you're feeling today. But lunges with hammer curls, palms facing in 3, 2, and 1. So your first option, lunge, curl at the top. Lunge, curl at the top. Option 2, lunge, curl at the bottom. So we have to control that swing. Here's 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna stand nice and tall. Single leg stance or balance beam, if that's what you're feeling today. 2, 1, palms facing forward. Curl and curl. So alternating is gonna challenge your core just a little bit more. And again, you can be on a balance beam if that's what you need today. I want you to get the curls in. I don't want you to spend your entire time trying to hold your balance. Not today. 2 and 1. Good, little shakeout. We're gonna repeat that. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so lunge, stand, hammer curl. Palms stay facing in here. Back knee to the floor, thumb to shoulder. Again, if you wanna make it a little harder, we step back, curl at the bottom. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little shakeout. If you want to do the same leg, you can. If you want to be even, you can switch it. Palms facing forwards. Stand nice and tall. Up and up. I want you to try to alternate if you can. Slow and steady. Now, if you're like, my arms are already done. They're getting super tired. Then I want you to focus on the balance. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Or you can always lower your weights. I'm going lighter than I normally would today. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So lunge with a curl, nice and tall. We just want to try to keep both sides as even as possible. So I want you to get at least 1 round on the other side, holding onto weights with that single leg balance. Good, 2 and 1. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter for this set. I'm gonna switch to the other side. Again, stand nice and tall, palms facing forwards. Alternate, alternate. I want this one slow and steady. I want you to work on that balance. So we have to brace our core. We have to push the floor away. Try not to let that up leg touch the other one. 2 and 1. Good, 1 more set. 1 more set. And then we're actually gonna go down to the floor. Not as much leg. Here we go. So lunge with a curl. We're going to have very nice arms for summer. Or we're just gonna be really tired, one of the two. Down and lift. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got 1 more set. Single leg stand, bicep curls. 2 and 1. So I want you to think balance, tall posture, push the floor away. Foot is nice and stable. Core is braced, magazine or book on your head. Slow and steady. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, dumbbells down. Shake it out, walk around, grab a drink. We are going to be down on the floor. If you need to stay standing, you can. We're gonna do a chest press with a single leg lower. If you're standing, you're gonna do a banded press with a single-sided march. And then we're gonna do an isometric dead bug, and you can do the same thing standing or sitting, but you're gonna do both hands, shoulders down, press the thigh up, hand presses down. So this is kind of your isometric dead bug if you're standing. But we're gonna take it down to the floor. And we're gonna do chest press with a single leg lower. So arms up, arms go down, leg goes down. 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we start leg up, arms down, leg down. I'm doing a straight leg. You are welcome to do a bent knee, and that's all right. So sometimes it just hurts our brains a little, right? Bend the elbows, but straight leg, straight knee. Good. Rest. Dumbbells down. Lift up into a dead bug. Both legs or just one. The leg that was lifting and lowering, we are now going to do a press, and I'm going to do double-handed. You can do single-handed. It's just an isometric, so we're going for isometric core. And if you need to have one foot on the floor, you absolutely can. You're good to go. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Going back for our chest press with our leg lower, or banded chest press with a march. Good. 2 and 1. So arms down, leg down, arms up, leg up, down, and lift. We're working on core in this segment. You can still get some good chest work, but we're focusing on core stability here. Here's 2 and 1. Carefully set those dumbbells down. And then same thing. You can do same, hand and thigh, or you can do opposite. Shoulders down, belly button pulled into the floor. Your time is on. So your hand presses into your thigh presses into your hand. One foot can be down on the floor, or both legs are up and you're just doing single-sided isometric. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Going back for our chest press, switching to the other leg. So leg up, arms up, 2 and 1. So arms down, leg down, and press. Arms down, leg down, and then lift and press. So it's almost like you're pressing your dumbbell up towards your toes. Can you get them close together? They don't have to touch. It's okay. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully set the dumbbells down. We're switching sides. We're going to do that isometric dead bug. 3, 2, and 1. So you can start with one foot on the ground, one foot up, hand on the thigh. It's kind of a tug of war. It's isometric, which means your muscle does not get longer or shorter. It stays in this position. We're focusing on stability. Make it a little harder. Bring your other leg up as well. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. One more set. One more set. So leg up, arms up. Good. Time is on. So arms down, leg down. When the leg goes down, it does not have to touch the floor. We want to pull the ribs down and in so they're a little tucked under, low back close to the floor. Does not have to perfectly touch. We just want to make sure that when we lower that leg, we don't let the pelvis rock forwards. Good. Carefully set the dumbbells down. One more set. Isometric dead bug. 2 and 1. So I'm doing cross body. So I am doing right arm, left leg. As long as you're doing what you did for the first couple sets, then you're golden. But it's all about core stability. We don't want to pull the knees into the chest. We don't want to push the legs away. We want to keep knees over hips, 90 degrees at the hips. Good. Rest. Bring it in. A little bit of a shakeout. Grab a quick drink. If you're on your back, make sure that you don't go from your back to standing up. We're going to do pullovers and we're going to do Skullcrushers. Now pullovers, if you're standing, you're going to do a straight arm press back. For the Skullcrushers, what we're going to do, if you're standing, both arms are going to be straight and you're going to bend one, straighten one, bend one, straighten one. So you always have one that's straight. If you're on the floor, you're always going to have one that's bent, and then we come up. But we're going to start with our pullovers. So standing is a straight arm press back. On the floor, you're going to have arms up, one dumbbell or two. This is the one where we start to lower the arms towards the floor and come right back over our chest. In 3, 2, and 1. So for our pullovers or our straight arm press backs, those are just normal. So straight arm press backs, you're probably gonna have 1 dumbbell in each hand. If you're on the floor, you can have 1 light dumbbell in each hand or hold 1 dumbbell on the ends. Good. All right, we're gonna go for our skull crushers or our kickbacks. We're gonna have either 2 arms straight or 2 arms bent, and then we're gonna straighten 1 and take it down. So if you're on the floor, you're always gonna have 1 arm bent at 90. If you're standing, you're always gonna have 1 arm straight. So the arm that's not moving is gonna be getting a little bit of, again, isometric work today. Good, bring it in. We're gonna go for those pullovers. So arms up, low back into the floor. If you're on the floor, lower the dumbbell towards the floor, bring it right back up over your chest. If you're standing, straight arm press back. We're moving from the back of the shoulder, and we're also getting lats. So a little bit of a back muscle that ties in under your arms. Good. Rest. Bring it back in for skull crushers. So arms up, 90 degrees if you're on the floor. If you're standing, you're gonna start with both arms straight, hands extended back behind you, and then you'll bring 1 hand forward and then take it back. So you have 1 arm. Your arm never gets a break. They're always working because they're either holding the dumbbell in place or they're moving. Good, bring it in. Going for our pullovers. I'm gonna come to standing just to demonstrate. 2 and 1. So if you're standing right here, straight arm press back. Just reach the pinkies up towards the ceiling. We don't want to go super high and pop that shoulder way forwards. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going for our skull crushers. If you're standing, you're going to hinge forwards. 3, 2, 1. So if you're standing, you're going to go to that end position for your straight arm press back. You're going to bend 1 arm and then straighten. Bend 1 arm and straighten. If you want to, you can absolutely do this with an overhead extension. I just know not everybody's shoulders like this, but this is an option for you as well. Good. Rest. We have 1 more set. 1 more set. And then we're going to go back for legs. 2 and 1. So pull over or straight arm press back. So lower and lift. So arm does not have to go to the floor. If you're on your back, it does not have to touch. You just want to go until you feel a stretch. Good. Rest. Skull crushers or kickbacks. Last set. 2 and 1. So 1 arm is always squeezing, always holding. Remember, gravity pulls straight down. So if you're standing, try to get a good hinge forwards. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. Carefully set those dumbbells down off to the side. Last circuit. If you are standing, you are going to do hamstring curls, and I really want you to focus on bend the knee and straighten. So I want you to squeeze, I want you to pop a balloon behind your knee. So if you're staying standing today, pop a balloon behind your knee. Your second exercise is you're gonna lift and you're gonna try to straighten the knee. So you want to make sure when we lift, we're not dropping the knee to the floor. So out and in. The rest of us are gonna do bridges. So you're gonna do a bridge with a march, and then you're going to do a bridge with a leg extension. So 20 seconds. We're going to lift into a bridge, do 2 marches, and then go back down again. 3, 2, and 1. So if you're on the floor with me, lift, march, march, and then down. Lift, march, march, and down. If you're standing, you're gonna do that good hamstring curl, pop a balloon behind your knee. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I want you to try, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the thighs together, lift into a bridge, and we're gonna straighten one knee and then bend it. So we're getting a nice good leg extension. Now, if you need to have your butt on the floor, you're like, nope, my hamstrings and my back can't take it today, that's okay too. We're doing a leg extension. Think about that leg extension machine. We just want to straighten our knee and bend our knee, but our thigh doesn't go anywhere. So we're not doing this huge kick. Good, rest. We're gonna go back to bridge with 2 marches. Here's 2 and 1. So we lift up into a bridge, march, march, and set it back down. Lift, march, march, and down. Lift, march, march, and then down. 2 and 1. Good. Now buns up or buns down. Squeeze the knees together. When you straighten your knee, your thigh does not go anywhere. Somebody glued your pants together. Straighten the knee, bend the knee. So we don't want to lift with our hip and then straighten like a front kick. I just want you to keep your knees right where they are. Lift and lower. If you can hold a bridge, go for it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Halfway through, 2 more sets. Bridge or pop a balloon behind your knee. 2 and 1. So lift up into your bridge. March, march, and set it down. Lift, march, march, and down. So again, core stability, glute strength. Here's 2 and 1. All right. Hips up or hips down. So it depends how you're feeling today. I'm gonna lift up into my bridge, squeeze my thighs together, and I'm just gonna straighten a knee and bend a knee. So again, I want you to think about that leg extension machine. I know most of you have used the one in the gym. When you do that machine, your thighs don't lift up and down off of the ground. We just straighten the knee and bend the knee. That's what I want you to try for. 2 and 1. Rest. We have 1 more set. 1 more set. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So lift it up. March, march, and down. So ribs are tucked, belly is in. When we lift our hips, our entire core lifts up with us all the way to our shoulder blades. Lift, march, march. Little marches are okay. 2 and 1. All right, 1 more set. Leg extensions. Again, your hips can be on the ground if you're just not feeling any more bridges. Good, time's on. But I want you to try to hold that bridge and just bend and straighten your knee. Lift and lower. So we're trying to we're isometric hamstrings and glutes, but now we're doing leg extensions, working our quads. 2 and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. If you're standing, you can walk around. If you're on the floor, you can rest in Shavasana, or you can just give yourself a nice good hug. It's whatever feels better for you today. But we're going to bring it all the way down. If you want to stay standing or you want to be seated for some of this, you're just going to sit or stand and pull one knee into the chest, and then you're going to switch. If you're on the floor, we can do both. And 2 and 1. Let's take our left foot, and you can have your left leg out straight, or you can have your knee bent and your foot flat on the floor. We're going to take our right knee up. Our right hand is going to be on our right knee, and we're going to use our hand to draw circles. So our hand holds onto our knee, and we're going to do hip circles. We're trying to let the hip relax, so we're using our hand to do the circles. Good, change direction. So use that hand to move your knee. Circle the knee, so it's gonna be, your hips are gonna be doing the circles. If you can't do this with your hand on your knee, you can always just use your hand and kind of grab your thigh. That works too. Some of us have short arms. Good, let's switch sides. So one foot down, the other leg is up, hand is gonna grab your knee, and you're gonna do hip circles. And the goal for this is to just try to relax that hip as much as you can and let the arm and the leg, or the arm, do the work. Good, change direction. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna pull our knees into our chest. Give yourself a hug if you would like. Pull your nose towards your knees. You can add a very little side-to-side wiggle if you'd like. 3, 2, and 1. Take it all the way to your side. Come up to a seated position. And we're gonna come over into child's pose. If you're standing, hands on a countertop, hands on the seat of a chair, just a little hinge forwards, reach it out. And we can add a little wiggle side to side if you would like. Good, let's thread the needle. Right hand reaches underneath the left arm. Right palm is facing up to the ceiling. Just a little bit of a turn, shoulder and ear towards the floor. And switch, thread the needle, left arm underneath the right, left hand palm facing up. Just rotate the shoulder and the ear towards the floor, a little torso stretch. Good, bring it into the center. We're gonna come up to a hands and knees position, and we're just gonna do hip circles. So nice, good hip circles. Again, you can do this standing. If you're feeling better, standing up. Good, let's change direction. So just think nice, good hula hoop. Good. Let's walk our hips towards our heels, our hands towards our knees. We're gonna come up to half kneeling. One foot in front of the other. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, little bit of a push forwards. And we're just gonna give ourselves a nice good pat on the back. And then we're gonna take our arms out to the side and put the hands in the small of the back. So we're gonna work on doing our shoulder drills while we're keeping the tuck and the squeeze. So we're gonna multitask. Good, bring it in, switching sides. So same thing. So tuck your tail, squeeze your glute. And again, we're gonna bring arms up. And then we're going to take them to the small of the back, or as close as you can get. Good, one more time. Big breath in, and then out. Good, shoulders down, pull this leg back. We're going to come up to standing. Can you do this without putting your hand on your thigh? It's just a kind of a fun test. Palms facing in, thumbs forward, roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Good, we're gonna take a deep breath in. Right hand is gonna grab the left wrist, and we're gonna gently pull ourselves up and over to the side. And bring it in, and one more time, big breath in. Gonna do left hand grabs the right. Bring it in, shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Little neck stretch. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. Bring it into the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale one more time, big breath in. And out, and you are all done.